Of all, let's praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has given us guidance, happiness, health, and mercy so we can gather here tonight in this place full of barakah. Insha'Allah.
Salawat and salam hopefully always given to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has brought us from the darkness to the lightness, from the Jahiliyah era to the Islamic era.
Hi, I'm Indana Maiza Zarifa.
And I'm Kenkesha Adibawi Digdo.
We will lead this event from the beginning to the end. Good night, everyone.
How are you tonight?
Alhamdulillah. Santri putra and santri putri, rahimakumullah. On this special event tonight, we have several agendas follows.
Opening.
Speech from Pak Abid,
Sharing session with Bapak Mahardhika Pratama.
Q&A session,
And then closing. To make our time effective and efficient, let's start our special event tonight by reciting Al-Fatiha together.
Al-Fatiha. The next agenda is speech from Pak Yasfi. For Pak Yasfi, the time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Lailatukum sa'idah. Kaifa halukum santri? Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah Sayyidina Maulana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. The Honorable Kiai Samsul Ma'arif Mujaharta as pengasuh Ma'had Afkaaruna. The Honorable Bapak Mas Mahardhika Pratama. So before this stage, I asked him, how do I call you? Pak Dika or Mas Dika? He just asked me, just Mas Dika. Okay, so then here I become Mas Yasfi too then. Okay, Alhamdulillah. And also Alhamdulillah, we have some guests in the back seat there. It seems like reunion of Australian fellows in the back there. There is also Pak Yai's friends in the back there. And I want to talk about our theme tonight, that is getting to know. What is that? AI. What is AI? What? Artificial intelligence. Okay, so this is something related to the updates on the technology. So also there is a lot of connection between this AI with the subject that you learn here in Ma'had, especially math and also science. Yeah. So you will know what is the importance of learning math by knowing this AI. And for this session, I just want to give some message. The first, of course, please pay attention to the speaker. Okay? Alhamdulillah, sitting next to me, we have very great people, and he is very expert in AI. You can see his previously his educational background, yeah, in Australia for South Australia, and then goes to Nanyang Technological University. Do you know where is Nanyang University? Anyone knows? Nanyang Technological University? What? Singapore, yes, in Singapore. And then he took his PhD to Australia again in New South Wales University in Sydney, if I'm not mistaken, right? And Alhamdulillah. So please, for having this, occasion, so please use your time wisely, pay attention, prepare your questions. And and the last, I have one gift for the best question, okay? And later on I will ask Mas Dika, who has the best question. Two. One from Pak Yai also. Alhamdulillah. So for two best question, we will give you gift. What is the gift? Later on. If I tell you right now, it will be not surprising then. Okay, thank you very much. So, what is the first? Pay attention. Okay, and then prepare your question. Okay, thank you very much. That's all from me. Wallahu muwaffiq ila aqwamit thoriq. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Pak Yasvi, for your wonderful speech. Big hand for Pak Yasvi.
The next agenda is a sharing session with Pak Mahardhika Pratama. For Bapak Mahardhika Pratama, the time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to thank Pak Yai, Kiai Samsul Arif Mujiarto, for giving me opportunity to share my experience, my knowledge to all of you. It is my honor to share with you today about AI. My name is Mahardhika Pratama. I currently work as a faculty member in the University of South Australia. So I my PhD in UNSW. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, still work. But before I took this job, I worked at Nanyang Technological University, Singapore. So, but before that, I worked in Australia. So I move around. Yeah. So before I start, I want to ask, who want to study overseas? Raise your hand. Wow, a lot of you. Yeah, so you know you need to you actually in a good environment, because you actually get used to English. You speak English since now, and it is a good background for you to study overseas. And I hope you will have the same opportunity, and you can get opportunity to study overseas later on. Now I want to start discussing our topic today, which is about AI. So before I start about that talk, so I want to know your background knowledge about this. So in your opinion, what is AI? Can you give your answer and raise your hand who want to give your opinion? What is AI? Yeah, so can you give the microphone to him? Robot. Yeah, that's a good sense. Actually, AI is closely related with a robot, right? And actually, if we talk about AI, we want to make something smart, right? We need to have artificial intelligence. We want to make machine as smart as us. We are smart, yes. We as human beings, we are very smart, right? But unfortunately, we cannot do repetitive tasks with machine. By make smart, we can make things better. And in order to make robot intelligent, we need to have artificial intelligence. And today I'm going to show you a couple of examples. At least I don't expect you to know in depth about how AI is, but at least you have some sense that AI work this way. Okay, so can you open play my slide? Yeah, so next slide. Actually, there are two topics that I want to cover today. Actually, if we go, AI is a very big topic. There are a lot of topics inside it. But today, what I'm going to cover is about computer vision and natural language processing. Right? Computer vision, as its name, right? Computer vision is something related with eyes, right? We want to have a machine that can see as us, because this is a very unique capability that human have, right? But machine doesn't have this ability, and with computer vision we utilize AI so that machine can see, right? If machine can see, we can do a lot of things. Next. Okay, this is very classical example of computer vision. I teach machine to recognize handwritten digit. So you can see that is 0, 1, 2, and so on. And actually we can make machine do that. We can teach machine to recognize what digit it is, right? And by knowing that, you can do a lot of things. For example, plate recognition of vehicle, right? And when someone violate the road rules, you can easily catch him, right? Because you can identify whose vehicle it is. Next. Object classification. We want to know, okay, in this picture, what object is it? So can be done with AI as well, and this is called computer vision. The idea is that we want to have a machine that can see. Any question up to this point? Any question? Any question up to this point, or you get lost? Okay, so I want to I want you to be, if you have any question, just raise your hand. Don't wait for me to give you the opportunity. But if you have any question, just raise your hand. Okay, next. This is called object tracking. So actually, we can track object, moving object, and identify, okay, the speed of that vehicle, what object is it, and so on. Okay. Now I'm going to give you an example of how AI is. So go to the next slide. Can you play the video, please? The first video. Is there any problem? Still okay? You can see that AI can identify what object it is. For example, one littering, it can detect that. And for example, there are what this person do, not only what that object is, but what that person do. It can identify that. Okay, for example, if you want to identify suspicious behavior of somebody, it can be used as well. You can play the second video. Okay, these two guys table tennis, and you see it can not only identify the person, but also can identify the object that person hold. And the backbone of all this technology is AI and computer vision. because we want to make the machine see. We want to make the machine have, create it as if it has an eyes like us. You can run the third video, please. And this example is actually very scary because, we want to ask, drone to track a person, whether it move to something, it can track that and follow that. And you can imagine, in battlefield, this technology can be utilized. For example, we don't need to dispatch a soldier to a battlefield, but just send a drone. Okay, you can come back to the slide. Now, the second topic that I want to talk is about natural language processing. I already give you an example about computer vision. A techniques that make the machine can see as the human being. Now, I want to talk about natural language processing, right? Because we communicate with a natural language, and we want to ask machine so that it can understand what we write, what we speak, right? Oh yeah, this is another example, AI in Tesla self-driving car. So you can, open that video, play that video, please. You can see how, self-driving car. You know about Tesla, right? Tesla is very popular, and it has autopilot mode where it can drive. Right? How it can work? The key technology is computer vision. You can see that AI help this car to detect what is the line of the road, what is the traffic sign, what is the speed of the vehicle. In immediate vehicle, surrounding vehicle, how close it is to the next vehicle, something like that. This is a very complex technology, but the key idea is computer vision and AI. So basically it has a lot of AI model that work together to solve this task. So it knows the speed of the vehicle, and it also knows surrounding object, regardless of whether it is vehicle, whether it is pedestrian, whether it is another object. And this technology is still not perfect because some accidents still happen with this self-driving car, because the assumption is still, the traffic is quite regulated and stable. However, we don't know if the traffic is unregulated and very chaotic, whether or not this technology still work. But this is quite advanced technology. I mean, advancement in the technology that makes these things happen. Probably, when you go to the university and you have the passion to improve this technology, you can, polish this technology and refine it further. Okay, so now to the second topic. So up to this point, any question? Please ask question. Okay, you, can you give microphone to him? Yes.
I want to ask, is nowadays how many countries are now that have the drone, military drone.
Military drone, almost every country. If you see, war between Russia and Ukraine can, actually the power between these two countries is imbalanced, meaning that the Russia is much powerful than Ukraine, but because of drone technology, they can, not beat, but make the war on par. So every country use that. Even our country, we have that drone technology to do, because sending a warplane is very expensive, and there is a pilot as well that steer that jet. So in order to avoid any casualty from the pilot, drone is preferred. But drone has a limitation because it cannot fly high enough. So it cannot fly high enough, and it cannot fly long enough. So that is the challenge. Still, although this technology exists already, but there are a lot of challenges. And we as AI scientists, we always think to make this thing happen, make this thing better. Okay? So any more question?
No, thank you.
Okay. So, yeah, any more question from other student? Okay, so now I move on to the next slide. Next slide is about another important thing. Look, I show you computer vision and natural language processing now, but it doesn't mean that AI is limited to this application. No, AI can be deployed in many other applications, but these two are the most popular ones. So that's why I, introduce this to you. And do you use Google Translate? Actually, you see this Google Translate, behind it there is AI model that translates between one language to another language. And now, compared to when I was student, Google Translate already there, was already there, but the quality of the translation at that time was much worse than nowadays. Now, it is much better. And why? Because AI learns from experience. When you put something there, right, you translate something, AI become better, right? Because it learned from example, right? And the same with us. We as human being, we get more experience the better we are in solving a problem. You agree with me? Yes. So the same principle here. Okay? So now, because of a lot of data, a lot of user, AI, becomes improve itself. Okay, go to the next slide. Information extraction from collection of text like this, it can identify important part of the sentence. Go to the next slide. Text summarization, and this is important for you as a student. Rather than you need to read the whole paragraph, you can ask AI to summarize that for you, right? And this can be done. Actually, I will show you a cool demo after this about ChatGPT. Any one of you ever heard about ChatGPT? Wow, that's cool. How do you know that?
Gus Ainun Najib tell me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, ChatGPT is actually now what's happening, because even AI can ask you, we can ask AI to write a paper for you, right? And it can be done. It can write a book for you, right? And the key technology is NLP, natural language processing. Go to the next slide. Image captioning. Okay, I have a figure like this. AI can help me to describe that, that figure. Even now, the latest advancement, right? I give a text, it can produce a figure for me. right? And the technology is already there. It is already there. Meaning that there are a lot of opportunities that we can make from AI, and um, it can be applied in many things. Um, go to the next slide, please. Question answering. You can ask a question to AI and AI can give you an answer. The technology is there. Later on I will show you the demo. Go to the next slide, please. Dialogue system. If you feel lonely, right, you want to talk to somebody but nobody want to talk to you, you can ask AI to, talk to you. So this is possible as well, okay? Okay, go to the next slide. Okay, now I want to give you a demo, so perhaps I need to operate the system. Unfortunately, the system, because the system is very popular, it reached its limits now, and we cannot utilize that. Yeah, it is beyond my control, but I want to introduce you to something that can help you. You can ask a question to this machine. You can ask him to write a paper for you. It can help you for that. Yeah. Perhaps I will give you a YouTube video that. ChatGPT demo. Yeah. Okay, we can learn from this video because the system is currently full. So the interface is actually like this. The time. You can ask, can you tell me the time, and it can answer something to you. It can give you a recommendation. product recommendation. It can give you, what shoes you want to buy. It can tell you. Recipe suggestion. So if you find difficulty in studying something, this tool can help you also. Even coding, if you start to learn coding, it can help you to code. You can ask him to create a simple website for you. This tool is very, very useful. You can utilize it for many things, many purposes. However, of course, you can utilize it, for a bad reason as well. So it depends what you want to use it. Yeah. Entertainment. Yeah, so this is the latest advancement in AI, but once again, this is still not perfect. There are, still opportunity, to advance this field even much further. I think that's all for my talk today. I will give you opportunity to ask as many questions as possible for you. Okay, thank you very much.
Masya Allah, what a wonderful speech. Big hand for Mahardhika.
The next agenda is Q&A session. So, if you have a question, you may ask Mahardhika now.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Prince Mayara Belanjiwa. You can call me Prince, Mas Prince. My question is, do you think that AI can be negative for human? Because like, if AI can, well, if AI can learn from the its mistakes and can learn from the examples, can the AI think that, oh, the human are making me as a slave, I should run from human, and then they try to control human, etc., etc. Maybe that's all. What do you think?
Yeah, thank you. A wonderful question. So, well, we as human being, we always need to be in control of how someone use AI, right? Because everything, not only AI, right? We can, you know, use it in wrong way. Not only AI, right? That's why I think it is a good time for authorities to think about how to regulate the use of AI, and this has been an issue also. There are people that study this topic, the ethics in using AI, and this is important even for me as a scientist. When I submit a paper, I need to provide a statement about ethics of the AI ethics, something like that, in the paper. It is embedded in the paper. So yeah, this is an issue, and that is a good question. Yeah, we authorities, I think, need to think about because this will revolutionize the world. So I think there is a need for someone in power to give rules, what is allowed and what is not allowed. Okay, thank you for the question. I hope that answered your question. Yeah, the next question, please. Okay, the back, the one on the back.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Abdurrahman Fuadi Marzuki, but you can call me Aam. So since AI can help you on searching things and become smart on helping you like questions, searching things. So how does AI like being smart? Like does it needs to be coded first and then search the examples, definitions, and the way of solving it, or something else?
Yeah, thank you. So AI works from the data, right? So you have a data, you use AI model, you train the AI model based on that data, and it can, do what you want based on the data that you provide. That's why AI sometimes depends on the quality of the data. The better the data, the better the AI model is. So it is like garbage in, garbage out. So if the data is very bad, AI model cannot do anything. So that's why before we utilize the AI model, there are a lot of steps that we need to carry out before feeding that data to the AI model. It learns from example. For example, I want to ask AI to distinguish student here to predict what the grade of the student based on many parameter. It can be used that way as well. And if the data that we provide in the AI model is not accurate, so AI model cannot do anything. Okay, so does it answer your question? Yeah. Any other question? I want to have
Thank
a
you so
question
much.
from the girl. Any question? Yes, okay, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We know that AI makes many technology innovation, but can AI make a teleport machine, or have AI tried to make a teleport machine for the thing? Thank you.
Teleport machine, what do you mean?
It's like moving a thing to this side and to this side.
Oh, okay. So the answer is AI can make robot do that. So if you think about robot, there are many technology behind the robot. The brain is AI. Okay, the physical, the other thing, the mechanic of the robot is something other things, but the brain is from AI. You can ask, train the model to do that task. Okay, for example, I, can make AI to assemble a chair. This is possible as well. Okay, so I hope that answers your question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Any more question? Okay, so I give opportunity for the
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
AI gives us many benefits, and of course, people would love it because it makes our life easier. But for you, as one of IS AI scientists, what is the worst impact of AI for us as human, and what is the worst impact of AI for the world? Thank you.
That's why the policymaker need to think about this carefully, because I can utilize AI as a killing machine, for example. So this is possible. Utilize AI in combat field. This is possible as well. So that's why there need to be a rules for what is allowed and what is not allowed, right? So this is very important, because AI is like, whatever you give to him, it can replicate it and master it, right? So like ChatGPT, you ask him to write a paper for you, it can write a paper for you. So it depends on we as a user, as also as a developer. Okay.
My name is Raya, and my question is, if one day AIs become mass-produced and these big companies, like as in big markets, buy these AIs and replace the humans,
Yeah.
then the people who are poor in poverty, they won't have jobs and they can't get jobs because these big companies already have tireless slaves. So what should we do for those poor people?
Okay, so AI, that's a good question. So, look, AI is not used to replace human being. It is used to support human being. Okay, for a job that is very difficult. For example, for me, my work, my research is to detect soil movement in the certain area using satellite data. if we do it manually, it is very expensive. That's why we use AI. But the purpose of AI should not replace human. It helps human being to do the job more easily, and we can, reskill, the operator, for example, to do other things that is more productive, right? I hope that answers your question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abiyasa Darussalam. My question is, right? AI is so smart and can answer our question. Is it hard to study AI because it's so smart?
Well, it is not hard. If I can, it means that you can as well, right? So, look, now you need to do things step by step. If you want to pursue this field, you need to be good in math, all right? Because math is very important. So now, prepare your math skill so that when you go to the university, you can learn AI easily. Even, now, perhaps few years later, I think not only university student can learn AI, anyone can learn AI, because this become a requirement for anyone to know how to utilize it. Okay, I hope it answers your question.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so any other question? Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Zita, and my question is that before you said that AI depends on the quality of the data, right? So what makes a data good, and how do we provide that data?
Well, that's a good question. Basically, there are some criteria that we apply in order to determine whether or not the data is ready to use by AI or not. That's why, right, before we utilize the data, we need to clean the data, make sure that the data is correct. Because if the data is incorrect, AI will be incorrect as well. So this is one of the example. So we need to make sure the data is correct, the data is clean, before we use it to build an AI model. Answer your question, or you have more question?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Any more question? Do we still have a time? Yes. Okay. Okay, so go to that. Yeah, you. Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Nugra Hazam Nuraya, and my question is, can AI help us to fund our life, like earning money so we can live easier? So we don't need to work hard, just typing and then done.
Yes, AI actually is designed to make things more productive, to make human being more productive, so that you don't need to do repetitive tasks. This can be solved with AI, and you can do other things that is more productive, and at the end result is optimized. Okay. Yeah.
What I mean is real money like
Real
something-
money.
Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
actually there are many people that utilize that chat GPT to make money.
Oh,
Yeah, really. You can Google it and you can find it. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Good question. Thank you. Any more question? Okay, I come back to the girl. Yeah. So the front, us. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, both of you, no problem. Yeah.
So, what do you think about? My name is Ara, and I want to ask, what do you think about AI getting better in the future? Like, what's your imagination about it?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. For example, AI now have AI now there are certain limitation, practical issue, technical issue that AI model have. For example, you need to have sophisticated infrastructure in order to build AI model. Now, if we want to democratize this AI model so that everybody can use, then we need to make AI easier to build. So, for example, so that everybody can use it and everybody can build an AI model at home. For example, this is possible, and this is still a challenge. For example, data privacy, right? You want to utilize AI model, but you don't want to expose your data online. So in that case, how to protect your privacy, that's also an issue, right? So there are still many issues that we need to solve in this field, because AI is still like at the infant stage right now. It is not yet mature. It is far from mature. Okay? Yeah. I hope that answers your question. Okay, I go to the next one.
My name is Keisha,
Mhm.
and my question is, what is your biggest prediction about the best impact and the worst impact that could be happen to AI in the future?
Okay, so if we learn from the history, AI is not a new thing. Since 1950, this thing has been there, but there are a lot of there were challenges. It is just like it was just up and down, up and down, and up down, because at the previous development, AI mainly reliant on government support, but this is not the case now. Now, private sector invest for this, so that's why I think the development of AI will be more sustainable.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so this is the final question. Unfortunately, I'm sorry if I cannot ask all of your question, but if you want to communicate with me, please feel free. Right, you can email me. You can find my profile online. You can email me anytime if I cannot answer your question. Okay, so last question, please. Okay, so I want to go with you. Yeah. Huh? Oh, fully my child. Okay. Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Adyat Maindra Nuraya. My nickname is Lilo.
Yeah.
My question is, have you ever made AI before, and if you have made AI before, what is your first, last, and your best AI?
Made an AI before. Okay, so look, I'm not the one. I'm not saying that I'm the one that invent AI. No, I'm not. I'm far from that. Right? It depends. We develop an AI model. If you ask me whether I ever built an AI model, yes, I built an AI model. But if I invent an AI technique, no, I'm far from that. Okay. So what is your question? Can you repeat again?
If you if you ever made it before, what is your first, last, and your best AI?
Well, we write many paper about AI, and to be honest with you, I love all of them. So I cannot tell you, okay, which one is the best, because I love all of them. I love my works. Okay, I hope that answered the question. Thank you for your question though. Okay. So yeah, thank you very much for your question, and unfortunately that is the last question. I hope I can. This is not our last interaction, and we can interact in other occasion as well. Okay, I return this session to the moderator. Three best question. Okay, so okay, three best question. Yeah. What is your name? Azam. Yeah, yeah. You are the one of the one, and then another one is the lady. By the way, can you everyone that has asked a question, can you stand up so that I'm aware? Okay, Mbak, you are one of the best questions that I think. Yeah. Yeah. This one? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 And then another one is this one. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, those three questions that I choose. Okay. Thank you.
Alhamdulillah, everyone. Finally, we come to the end of this agenda. Let's close our special talk show tonight by reciting Hamdalah together. Well, thank you very much for coming and your nice attention, and we do apologize for our mistakes. Allahul muwaffiq ila aqwamit tariq. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, thank you very much for having us here. Mas Dika, oh Dika, he is far younger than me, and I will give the best to the best two questions. The boy here, who's the best here? Mas Raya, come forward. Your question was very reflective. I am appreciate your question. Mas Raya, yeah, Mas Raya first, yes. Okay. Yes, sir. And the next is from the girls. Who is the best question from the girls? Bara, come forward. Put on your back. Thank you very much. Yeah. And the last is the best for this one bottle, and it goes to Mas Noraya. Come forward. Yeah. Okay, big hand for all of us. Say thank you to Mas Dika. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, thank you very much and see you next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.